so I don't know if you're able to see everything. I'll do better next time. But the next offering that we're going to be talking about is the peace offerings. So Leviticus chapter 3, it details the sacrifice of well-being, or the peace offering. A better way to translate it is the sacrifice of well-being. Okay, it's focusing on the communal celebration and fellowship between worshipers and God. So you bring your burnt offering, you have a grain offering, which is between God and the priest, right? And then you bring your peace offering. Your peace offering is not, now although this is what a lot of people may believe, your peace offering is not, hey, you've done something wrong, so you need to make peace with God. Rather, your peace offering is God has given you peace and has given you well-being, so therefore you are thankful unto God. It is your sacrifice of well-being. This declares a personal sacrifice of thankfulness and well-being. It's not connected to a specific sin to be atoned for. This is for personal and communal relationship with God, with the priest, and with the worshipers. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things that we see within this construct, is that God desires to have communion with you. The Israelite that is a sheep herder or is not a sheep herder and only has enough to bring in turtle doves. And if you don't have enough to bring in turtle doves, then bring some wheat. Anything, but just come and have communion with the Lord. And that's all that God is asking you to do, is just take some time out of your day, bring whatever you have, and just commune with him. And I think it's so beautiful for the creator of the universe to want to have a relationship with you. And notice that his relationship doesn't just stop with the priest, and it doesn't just stop with the richest, but it extends all the way out to the poor, to the sojourners, and all of these people who are his and that he loves. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So were only Israelites able to take part in these offerings?
I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that there are certain Gentiles that we see that are able to take, or they're able to give to an Israelite to take before the Lord, but I'm actually not 100% sure on that. I have to get back to you. But I'm not 100% sure. No, that's perfectly fine. We're all learning. The absence of references to blood in the peace offering highlights the celebratory and affirmational nature. This isn't a thing about, canceling out sin or atoning for sin. It's about celebrating with God. That's what this peace offering is about. The first three that we're talking about is pretty much getting to the place to where we can commune with God. And what you'll see about these offerings, and we'll get into it definitely in the next one that we're going to be talking about, is really offerings and sacrifices in order to cleanse you ritually. And we'll get more clarification on that coming up. So Christ's sacrifice. This is the peace offering of Leviticus 3 signifies peace and well-being between the worshiper and God, and free from the need of blood atonement. This finds the ultimate realization in the sacrificial death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. His sacrifice symbolizes the ultimate peace offering, signifying reconciliation and well-being between humanity and God. So very clearly there, Jesus is the ultimate peace offering, which gives us the ability to have full communion with the Lord God. And that was the purpose of the peace offering. And then we'll go ahead and we'll read it. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. Therefore, be imitators of God as beloved children, and walk in the love of Christ, as Christ loved us and gave himself for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. So now we are called to be the well-being and the peace offerings of God, to walk in that. And we are now able, because of the work and the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross, we are now able to have eternal communion with God. And that's why, one of the reasons why I don't want you to look, and you're not supposed to read Leviticus through the lens of the finished work. This right now is the unfinished work. So look at all the things that you have to do in order to have communion with God. It further exemplifies, like, we'll never get a full grasp of the work that Jesus did on the cross, but it further exemplifies the work that Jesus did on the cross, right?